It's that time of year again. Tons of sunscreen, 16-hour days, and bad tans everywhere. Marching band season! Woo! Now, for most of y'all in band, it's basically what you've been doing, but just now you gotta stand up and move while you do it. Now, there are some exceptions. French horn players are now mellophone players, and tuba players are now Doppler radars or whatever the heck this thing is. However, with marching bands, you don't see any double reed instruments such as the oboe or the bassoon. Why is that? Grab your band binder, pencil, notebook. It's time to learn. First off, these instruments are expensive. We're talking like Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk money. These instruments usually go anywhere from $4,000 to $80,000 USD. So you want to bring this expensive instrument, which, by the way, mostly wood. You're gonna bring that outside into the sun, into the humidity. Do you know what happens to wood when you bring it outside for a while? It'll warp, it'll crack, and in some cases, may even combust. What if it's raining outside? Alrighty, can't wait to hear this bassoon solo outside. Oh, it's raining. Alright, well, it's time to go back inside. I'm pretty old school when it comes to the bassoon. I have one rule when it comes to this. The bassoon should never see the light of day. The bassoon should never be anywhere near sunlight. Never. I said never! You know what else is expensive? The reed. Bassoon reeds can range anywhere from $15 to $30 on average. I have a whole video dedicated to reeds, you can check it out here. You know what? Speaking about the reed, double reeds are notoriously sensitive. Sensitive to both weather and movement. You even think about taking one step with this bassoon, you're gonna be 30 cents sharp. Guaranteed. Since there is no mouthpiece reinforcing the reed, every single step you take, the reed will bend and move and contort and maybe even damage itself. Actually, speaking about moving, has anyone here ever tried to move with the bassoon? It's incredibly awkward. Like, always. You need to grab the bassoon by the bottom and hold it up like a rifle with your right hand. That just leaves your left hand to carry the rest of the stuff, such as your reed case, your music, metronome tuner, your seat strap, your water, all of that. And with all this stuff, you gotta waddle around awkwardly like you got a wedgie, and you gotta avoid anything that's low hanging, such as a doorway or something. And that's just me moving from one room to the next. Hypothetically, if you were to march bassoon on the field, you wouldn't carry it with the seat strap because, well, you would need a seat. You would need something like a neck strap or a harness. Something like this. So now, with the harness on, if you ever look at your bassoon, there's a little metal ring. It's like right here. So this ring can support a majority of neck straps and harnesses. You get that hook, you hook it on here, and boom. Ta-da! You can stand up with your bassoon now. Now, because of the sensitivity of the reed, as soon as you start moving, pitch is gonna be everywhere. You might even chip your reed, or you might even hurt yourself. If you somehow manage to fall with your instrument, which in marching band does happen, that reed and vocal is gonna go, oh, boom, into the back of your throat. Also, with the length of the instrument, you're just gonna walk around and start knocking stuff over. Alright, maybe I'm being too harsh. Let's say all of the previous problems I've just mentioned, they all magically disappeared. It's gone. And you can somehow march with the bassoon perfectly without hurting yourself or without hurting others. There's just one more problem left. Who's gonna hear it? No bias here, but I absolutely love the bassoon. I think it's the best instrument in the world. But I gotta admit, we're not the loudest instruments. Also, do you really think that a marching band sound like this could benefit by having a little bit of bassoon color? No! You wouldn't even be able to hear it. Even with a microphone, it's still kind of iffy. Also, most high school band programs have like 4 to 6 bassoon players, even with everyone on the field. All of y'all could have been like best in the state. If y'all performed at your loudest on the field, all 6 of y'all on the field, none of y'all are outplaying any of the other sections. Almost anything that has to be played that's in the bassoon's range, it's gonna be played by euphonium/baritone or trombone. You ain't beating that. In conclusion, here are the pros. Here are the cons. As you can see, it's not worth it for any band program to march double reeds on the marching band field. So, what do they do instead? There are a lot of options when it comes to this, right? Notably, your band director could just have you learn another instrument. For us bassoon players, right, that's usually like saxophone, as it's the most similar in terms of embouchure and hand positions and fingerings. Some band directors also opt for you not to play at all and just hold an instrument. We call it faking an instrument. Your only job is to just march in time and look pretty and count. If you have some keyboard experience, you might be assigned to the front ensemble. If you're more rhythmically talented, you might be even put on the drum line if you're good enough. If the color guard director needs another person, then you might be in color guard. Or if you're a tryhard and your band director really likes you, then drum major. In short, you're anything that the band director needs you to be. If y'all only have like 4 clarinets, then boom, clarinet. If you only have 5 flutes, add another one, 6 flutes. Now, there are occasions where the bassoon is the soloist of your marching band show, whether it's 1 or 2 or 4 or maybe even 8. What? It's real. Usually they'd be mic'd up and it's not for the whole show. In this instance, they would do whatever they're assigned and then come up to the soloist platform, play their little bassoon solo, and then they go back on the field and do whatever. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. A little bit of a shorter educational video. Good luck to everyone who's in marching band. Remember to apply sunscreen and count. Remember to practice for region band. That's tomorrow.